Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Canada Game Centre here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is the Sonics 2 versus the Capers Royals here in Under 14 Women's Provincial Volleyball Championships on the Volleyball Nova Scotia website and presented by Bell 5 TV1. Hi, everybody. Dan Hobson, delighted to have you. Sonics 2 have won the toss and they have elected to serve to start. And Iscan and Since there will start things off there with a service ace, 1-0. The Sonics are one of those teams that the more they play, the better they get. And that's the case in point right now. Let's see what this Capers Royals team can do. They get some nice passing there. And the finish, it might not have gone right completely down, but a nice shot there nonetheless by McLeod there to get them on the board to tie it up at 1 as we take a look at Kennedy serving here for the Capers Royals. Serve is up on its way and it doesn't get over and right into the net, so service error makes it 2-1 here for the Sonics. Gauthier, who had a pretty good game earlier today against the Fury, serving once again here for the Sonics as they are up by a 2-1 margin. Once again, big shot there by McLeod, and it's too hot to handle for the Sonics. McLeod on the board there. A couple of kills in this one early going. Keep an eye on number 6 here for the Royals. In the meantime, Florence goes back to serve here for the Capers Royals. Float serve, and it was a knuckler, and the Sonics had to react quickly. They'll set it over. Here's a free ball. Florence with the first contact. Hart. Left hand, and finding the hole, beaten there. Beaten right down the middle, and this is the thing when you haven't seen teams, because of the way the format is, it's really hard to see other teams perform and play. Wouldn't know that Beaton was a left-hander, and the way the Sonics had the defense set up, it fooled them. And speaking of being fooled, Iscan and Since fooled by that serve. 4-2, Capers Royals on a run here. Just how quickly things can change. The Sonics off to a good start, and the Royals have bounced back here. And Florence ran out of luck as that one goes into the net. Malaire was taken out of last night's game, but she has bounced back strongly. And that was a little bit of, not sure what was happening. Even the players saying it right now. Kennedy saying, I wasn't really too sure, but it was well out of bounds. She played it, but put it right against the wall. Ties things up at 4 between the Sonics and the Royals. Service ace. Miller, 5-4. A lot of lead changes so far, early going. Third lead change. Whatever the coaching staff said to Miller, she has taken it in. And a one-handed there, flat-footed, trying to go for the kill was Hart and driven into the net. 5-3. 6-4, pardon me. Once again, Miller goes right down the middle. Florence with a big stop. McLeod punched over by Beaton. Gauthier will send it over. Here's a free ball here for the Royals. McLeod just has to send it over, sends it towards the back. Miller. Rest of the way done there by Richard. Now she has to go and block it. She get there in time. Punched over there by the Royals. Right in the middle. And finding the hole. Richard with the kill. Down the sideline. Scores 7-4. Service error there for Millar and makes it 7-5. So McLeod will go back to serve here for the Royals. Capers Royals in the orange and white, the Sonics in the blues. Chess gets over the tape and handcuffs Regan. Royals get that point back quickly, 7-6. pre-serve routine from McLeod. Float serve up on its way. This it sits. Set by Gauthier, going to be called for 2 hits. Talks it over with the teammates as they huddle there just before they set up their defensive formation here. And it's 7 apiece, tied at 7s. First touch, Poirier. Set over the rest of the way, finding the hole. Gauthier towards the back and the sideline. Back was away to the play. If she's got eyes on the back of the head to see that one, she had to, no doubt about that one. Making it 8-7. Poirier. Underhand serve. First touch, McDonald. Actually, didn't wait for the whistle, so she's going to be called. The point will go to the Capers Royals, and now they'll get the ball back, and it's 8-8. Error there by the Sonics. And a big hit over there by Gauthier. Here's a free ball here for the Royals. Can they take advantage of it? Left hand to Beaton over the wall. Not really much of a wall in the meantime. Richard was going there, probably trying to think that she was going to try to set up here for the attack. When the pass was actually coming to her, maybe she was going to try to be the center for that one. And it falls in between. 9-8, another lead change here, and a handcuff. Muller can't handle that one. 10-8. 4th lead change so far in this one. Another underhand serve. Players are like coming together like bowling pins as Poirier and Richard collide with each other. Not a heavy collision, but both going for the ball. Seen that a lot here in the under 14s. There's the first touch. And it'll be set back over there by Gauthier. Here's a free ball here for the Royals. And up over the wall is McDonald there. Quickly set back over by the Sonics. Another free ball. Forts sends it towards the back. Gauthier. Battle along the nets. And it's going to be a net violation against the Royals. Richard for the Sonics and McDonald there for the Royals. That could be a good blocking battle here. We'll see how that materializes in this game. As the serve from Regan is underway. It's a short serve. Set over. They try to find a hole. Can't. Richard through the wall. That's stopped. Sent back over there by the Royals. Richard trying to go for the finish. That's denied. Beaten with the left hand once again. Nice passing. Once again, Iscandon sits, trying to hold it. Muller dives and digs it out there for the Sonics. Great rally. We'll come to an end as that one will go out of bounds, but great rally by both teams. A lot of back and forth in that one. Best rally so far, and I'm going to say this, best rally so far of the championships here on court 3. I haven't had a chance to see the other courts, but that was definitely one of the best so far. Back underway, 12-9 is the score. Royals going to be called for 4 hits. And this one's tight one, 12-10. Richard puts it up. That's a short one. First contact, Kennedy. Forts, chance to finish. Over the wall and finds us. He gets it in the sideline for the point. Gibbs not there in time, or pardon me, Poirier not there in time. Ball from McDonald, it's on its way. First pass, not a bad one there by Poirier, but the second one just unable to get anything going in transition with the Sonics. 14-10. For the Royals. Another one that's back up. Regan. Poirier. Going to be a free ball. Muller sends it over. Goes out of bounds there. It was a free ball. A golden opportunity wasted here by the Capers Royals. They even called it on the floor. Heard it from our broadcast location. Don't know if our microphone here picked it up. But they said free ball, but they were unable to take advantage of it. And it's a 3-point game. 14-11. Short serve for its first contact. Gets the return over the block of Muller. Muller have a chance for the finish. She'll get it over forwards. What's good for you is good for me. Here's going to be a free ball for the Sox. Can they take advantage of it? Miller through the block off the fingertips of McLeod and down for the point. That's their best passing so far in this game. And Miller with the finish and scoring the point, 14-12. Service violation called against Iscan in sense. It's going to result in a point for the Capers Royals, and they get possession of the ball and a 3-point lead, 15-12, as you see the score being shown. Well, that was more of, last-second effort there by Poirier. Had to dig that one off the Canada Game Center floor, but unable to keep it in bounds, 16-12. That sounded a little bit like a sick duck, and it just kept on sailing and sailed towards the back. As the serve goes long, 16-13. Serving number 2, Gauthier. Hart first touch. She'll get the return pass, and she'll send it over. Nice work there by Gauthier. Get there in time, Miller. Quick reaction just to get it over. Here's a free ball here for the Royals, and this can incense. Another free ball on its way. It's hit over by Regan. There's the set. Florence with the finish. And yes, she'll tuck it in towards the back. Florence making sure that she got all of that, hitting it right above the net. Might not have got all of it that she'd like, but you can see that she's got a little bit of power. She sends her serve towards the back and out. 17-14. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you place it. Not only is it a baseball analogy, but it probably works in this sport as well. Florence first touch. McLeod will go do the set. Hart sends it over. Oh, and a little bit of decisive by Richard and Poirier, both thinking, well, who's going to put this one over the rest of the way on the second pass? And it ended up being none of them, and the point goes towards the Royals. 4-point lead, 18-14. Here's a free ball here for the Royals. Miller. And she's not too happy about that, as she wasn't happy with the way that she was trying to set and get ready and trying to get there. It came to her quicker than she anticipated, and the hands were not in the right position, and hits it out of bounds. Makes it 19-14. McLeod serving once again here for the Royals. Tight towards the net. Richard backs up. Tries to find the hole. Can't. It's denied by the Royals. Hart there. Had a teammate right in her face, but did manage to get it over. Oh, a dive by McLeod. And she does some great feet work to make sure she didn't go over the line. There's McLeod once again. There's a nice set. Set over the rest of the way by Beaton. She had her back towards the play. Richard trying to go for it. Boy, she got all of it, but she sent it well back. But a good rally nonetheless. And a couple of nice digs there by the Capers Royals results in them scoring that point. 20-14. Looks like it will be a free ball, and you can hear them say free, so they got to take advantage of it. Hart with the pass. Sent over there by Beaton. Here's a free ball here for the Sox. They're just happy just to get it over. Trailing by 6. Another free ball on its way. Sox having a hard time getting anything in transition, trying to score here this possession. And once again, another free ball, and this one is bumped out of bounds as Regan once again had her back towards the play. And when that happens, sometimes bad results happen. You have your back towards the net, you're not seeing where your court is, you can't really place it. You're just basically throwing your back towards the plate, just hitting the ball, just hoping that good results come. But sometimes 50-50, bad results happen. Of course, good results happen as well in those 50-50 chances. So we have timeout on the floor here. 21-14, the Sonics here trying to cool off those Royals. It was back and forth early in this first set, and then the Royals have gone on a run, and they have not looked back since, and they are now up by 7 and looking to try to close this first set out here in a beautiful, sunny but chilly Saturday morning from Halifax, Nova Scotia, the Canada Games Centre, the Volleyball Provincial Championships. McLeod, who's had a pretty good game so far, made a nice dig here earlier. And it resulted in the point there for the Royals. Richard there, well back of the net there with that attack, and unable to get anything going in transition was the Capers Orange. Actually, going to be the Sonics that's going to be called for a net violation, so it's makes it 22-14. My apologies. Oh, they were kind of hoping for a little bit of lady luck. It was sitting up there momentarily, but then it fell on their own side, and they get a little bit of a chuckle of that, but the point goes up there for the Sonics, 22-15. Hart, second pass, beaten, left hand down the middle. Miller snuffs that out for the meantime. Regan sends it over. Hart again with the set, and McDonald trying to go for the kill, and the attack goes into the net. 22-16. Poirier hoping to get some work done here from the service line, get them to climb back into this one. Here's a free ball, and Gauthier hitting here, looks at her thumb afterwards. Not sure if she sprained it there, but she seems to be favoring it right now and trying to rub off the pain. 23-16. Poirier. Gauthier. Iscan, it sits, finds the back as McLeod got there, but not in time. Big point there for Iscan, it sits, as well as the Sonics. 23-17. Unique formation set up here by the Sonics. Short serve, dug out. And difficulty again, this time Kennedy into the net. The timing here for the attacks for the Royals is a little bit off. 23-18, 5-point game. Regan, underhand again. Short serve once again. And the first pass from Kennedy went over to Hart, and it was a difficult one to handle. Lots of spin on it. Not sure what Regan is doing, but it has given this Royals team fits here. It's a 4-point game. It was 7 points at one time. Not much that McDonald can do on that one. They'll just hit it over. Sonics return it. Here's another free ball, and it will be another free one up for grabs. Oh, Miller gets there, and coaches are getting out of harm's way. They knew the ball was coming towards the bench, but off the contact there by Miller, they were trying to get out of dodge and get it so they could get a play to keep it alive, but they can't. Makes it 24-19, so here it is, set point here for the Royals. And difficulty for Regan handling that one. They'll take the first set, 25-19 the Royals do. It was a pretty good first set. Seesaw battle, back and forth they went, but in the start, but then the Royals seemed to turn it up a notch and started running away. At one point had a 7-point lead, and Sonics got a little bit closer, but it seems like once the Royals get to the service line, they just seem to start to run away from their opposition, and they did it there in that first set. So second set coming up in just a couple of moments here. We'll remind everybody, if you're on social media, use the hashtag NSChamps, that's Nova Scotia Champs. So it's a capital N, capital S, and capital C, and then small letters HAMPS if you want to talk on Twitter about the conversation this weekend here at the championships. We're having a fun time. We got another game coming up, and then this afternoon, Razor Lilani will have the playoff formats coming up this afternoon here on TV1 on the Volleyball Nova Scotia website. Delighted you could join us wherever you're watching here on this Saturday morning here from the east coast of Canada, beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia, wherever you are watching around the world. We say hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are watching. It is a great day, these championships. All 5 courts being used here over the weekend. Right now 4 being used, and if you're in the Halifax area, drop on by. It's just a small admission to get into the games there. And you can also pick up some nice little t-shirts that are over at the Sports Wheels. And of course, Sports Wheels, one of the local companies that support sport here in Atlantic Canada. They have a nice little bike shop as well as softball, and they're into volleyball. So if you want to buy like a t-shirt, you can come on by. They're in court level, and they are on court number 1. You can get some great merchandise. And of course, any merchandise goes to support Volleyball Nova Scotia. So if you're a supporter of Volleyball Nova Scotia, you're here in the area, drop on by, pick up a t-shirt or a sweater. Nice designs, by the way. So once again, that's Sports Wheels, the official vendor here of the championships. So Gibbs will get on the floor here. Iscan Incense returns once again. Biddle. Richard. Rafuse. Poirier. He'll set this up once again. Iscan Incense as well as Richard, Gauthier, Biddle, Gibbs. And I'll get that other player here as soon as I see your number. Robbie McLeod, the head official, going over the numbers. So that other number there was Rafuse. So Florence, number 33, beating number 20 back out here. As well as Campbell, she's got the ball ready to serve. Ella McDonald, number 21, out on the floor here. So we'll get you those other 2. 23 is Kennedy, and 11 is McDonald there. Good start for the Sonics. Getting a point and scoring early here, 1-0. So that's who's on the floor here to start this second set. An important second set, of course. Best 2 sets out of 3. Sonics trying to hope to get it to a third and decisive set. Lots of confusion there by the Royals, but they do get it over. It's going to be a free ball here. Nice dig, but boy, they were running out of time. And oh, Kennedy was lucky there. She didn't hurt her knee. She had her leg sort of one way and, you know, really was going to the floor awkwardly to try to come up with that ball there for the Royals, but she's okay. It might have looked a little not as serious as I first thought, but you get your knee trapped underneath your rest of your body, your weight's on it, and it can crush your knee. Trust me, I've done it several times. And many times I've had bruised legs. Having similar slides. Of course, it's a baseball, but that's a different story. As the ball goes out of bounds there by the Royals. And it's 3-0 run here for the Sonics. Hoping to make it 4 here. Backcourt players holding hands, and then they'll switch positions. Try to set something up, but they're not needed as a service ace. Off the hands there of Biddle. Pardon me, it was Gauthier. My apologies on that one. Gauthier back to serve again. She's been there for a while. A 4-0 score. Once again, an overhit, but Sonics, no D there whatsoever. Right down the middle. McDonald just dug it out, put a little bit of spin on it, and it just bounces right in the middle for the point. The Royals are on the board. Now they got another one and make it 4-2 off the hitting air there by the Sonics. Kennedy, as I said, she went sliding and sort of almost looked like she could have hurt her leg, but she seems to be okay running around, putting the serve back up once again. Well, up might not have been the more appropriate word for that, as it doesn't even get to the net, goes under. So it's a service error, and 5-2 the score now for the Sonics. Richard, as the bottom fell out of it, 6-2. Racking up another service ace here in these championships is Rashad. Hoping maybe to pull off another one. No, this time she tried to go and get it in that sideline, and it just sailed on her. So you know she didn't quite completely have good technique on that one. A major slice on that serve puts it out of bounds. Serve being going to the Royals, and now they'll hit it over. Free ball, and confusion as Florence is going there, number 33. There's two Florences, 14 and 33. But both unable to get there. And miscommunication makes it 7-3. Oh, a head cuffing McDonald. Was that serve there by the Sonics? Iskad in sets. She's got a serve that has given difficulties here to the teams. Case in point there, once again, Florence going for it and hits it out of bounds. Head coach talking to her team, trying to get them to get the right technique. And the bottom fell out again. Beaten, no answer. This candidate sits racking up the service aces. She's got three back to back to back. And it's a 7-point game, 10-3. There's the first pass. It's a good one. Oh! Difficulty there for McDonald. She had a good first pass. That handcuffed, unable to get anything going in transition. 11-3. Very good heads up there by Gibbs. I talked about it earlier in these championships yesterday. Sometimes you see players put their hands behind her head to protect themselves. Once Gibbs knew that was sort of maybe coming her direction, she put her hands up in time to protect herself. Oh, and a nice dig. Can the Sonics get it over? Yes, they can. It's going to be a free ball here for the Royals. They'll get it over. Iskad it sits. Punched over, finding the hole. Biddle. She played a solid game yesterday in replacement of Malera. They made that substitution early in the second set. Has a little bit of size, and she used it to her advantage to score the point. Gibbs' serve is up. First touch, Kennedy. Florence goes cross court over to Campbell, and she gets just enough of it to score the point. 12-5. Maybe not the hardest kill in Campbell's portfolio of volleyball, but sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you place it. Coach checking for out of rotation, making sure that the players are set. Referee Robbie McLeod looking at his official scorecard in between, of course, the sets. They fill out their lineups. And it looks like they were out of rotation, so Robbie McLeod explaining things here to the Capers Royals team. The play was blown dead, I believe, 13-5. So they're still trying to iron out the wrinkles here. Capers Royals still trying to get everything figured, so they're going to try to call a timeout here. Robbie McLeod going to step off his perch there. The up official, the load official, of course, and he's making his way down courtside. Of course, he's a veteran, has done ACAA volleyball, 13-5 scores we see. He's done it at that level as well as Atlantic University sport level, so has some officials that are doing that. One of the officials that was at these championships is a colleague that I've known for years and did work basketball, Neil DeVoe. He's from the South Shore. Neil actually was telling me yesterday that he had some a scope done on his knee, so he hasn't been able really to do a lot of running. So he's doing a lot of volleyball these days instead of the sport of basketball. He'll have some difficulty with his knee, so we kind of hope for the best and give him all the happy thoughts and all the best road back. And I got to think that maybe that must be difficult, learning how to officiate both sports. That takes a lot of gumption. You're going to have to know a lot of rules on both sports and how you don't get the two confused. It's beyond me, but not sure if Neil's watching back home. But we, of course, wish him the best and hope that he gets a chance to maybe come back to the basketball court and continue to be here at the volleyball court, so he can just stand up there and not have to run. So we've got everything all straightened out here. We're back underway here at the Canada Game Center. Richard trying to go. Florence denies it there. Trying to punch it over. Nice awareness there by the Royals. Sent back over to the back. McDonald punched over the rest of the way. Nice awareness by Kennedy. 13-6. Just dunks it over. There's the first touch by Rayfuse. Sent over the rest of the way there by Goche. Here's a free ball here by the Royals. And go! Yes, sir! Campbell once again. Finesse shot. Beautifully placed. Tucked inside the sideline. 12-7. I like Campbell's ability there. She has just found the way. Their sail is saying it sailed long. That was close. It's going to be a point there for the Sonics, 13-7. How they decide to let that one go. A little too close for my comfort, but first contact goes over, and then the first pass was up in the air, up for grabs. And then on the play was Ella McDonald, but confusion results in the point there, 14-7. Largest lead of the game so far, and now it's getting a little bit larger as the over hit the air there to the Royals, makes it 15-7. If they could get a double-digit lead, that would really make it tough here for the Royals to get back into this one. First contact. There is Kennedy. Free ball as the Sonics send it right over on first contact. Big swing, and this cannon sends. Whoa, what mustard that had. Ella McDonald with the big. Pardon me, it was Kennedy there with the big one. What big heat that was. You could just hear the thud of the ball. Campbell, pretty good second set here, serving now for the Royals. And the big finish there by Richard. And that's denied there by the Royals. She'll get a second chance. And a dug out there by Campbell. Sent over there by Ella McDonald. Tried to find the hole there was Gauthier. Now they're once again trying to find the hole the Royals were. Richard, left hand. Best rally continues on here. Off balance there was McDonald and not much on it. Sonics score 16-8. Probably have to say that was the second best rally. Might not have been a Picasso, but it worked. Lots of spin on that one. Short It was. And Ella McDonald reacts, but cannot get it tucked inside the sideline. 17-8. Chance to make this a double-digit lead here for the Sonics, and the second pass well out of control. Kennedy shrugs her shoulders as to say, I don't know what I did. A little bit of frustration setting in, maybe, possibly. 18-8. McDonald. Campbell, free ball here for the Sonics. Richard with the set. Iskandar sits, had to go back for it, so she'll just get it over. Here's a free ball as they exchange frees here. Canada Games, center. Iskandar, it sits. A big shot. Gets high fives afterwards. 19-8. Looks like we could be in for a third set here, a decisive third set. Royals were a little bit slow, but they will get it over. React just in time. Iskandar, it sits. And that's blocked it tonight. Then she tries to go the other side and off the fingertips of Florence and out towards the back. She switched it up. Fantastic job. Iskandar sits, all of a sudden starting to find her killing pants right now here. Late stages here of this second set, 20-8. Well, it had lots of spin, but there's a slice there. Service air, 20-9. This is where the Royals get a little bit dangerous. Sometimes the Sonics have had some difficulties getting the first and second passes going. Let's see what Kennedy has in store here. Her team down by 11. Biddle first touch. Fight along the net. And the bigger Ella McDonald wins it for the meantime here for the Royals. Florence goes backcourt, beaten. That's well short. And they find the hole. Gauthier scores the point. Just used her head, saw the opening, and put it down 21-9. Nice awareness there by Gauthier. Now she has a chance to put another point on the board. The second pass goes aired and hits the referee's stand, makes it 22-9. Red zone definitely here for the Capers Royals. 3 away from seeing this go to a third and decisive set. Florence first touch. Sent over the rest of the way there by Beaton. Oh, and Gauthier, Poirier came together. And they were unable to get anything off the first contact, to get the second contact and try to get a score out of it. So the point will go to the Royals, 22-10. There's a serve that was sliced again by Ella McDonald. Out of bounds, 23-10. Richard, pretty good at these championships. A chance to put this second set on ice as she puts it right into the heads of Florence, who is handcuffed and no answer. Set point, Sonics. They lost the first one 25-12. They have turned this around. And Richard will close it out. There's a couple of hitting errors there by the Capers Royals. Closes that one at 25-11. Boy, that was some set there by the Sonics. Things started to get off the rails. It got off to a double-digit lead there, late stages. So we're on to a third and decisive set in this one. Of course, for the interest of fairness, there will be a technical timeout halfway when the first team scores 8 points. Both teams will switch ends. And it's an all-important coin toss going to be conducted here by the captains. Based upon the reaction, it looks like the Sonics have won it, but we will get clarification in just a couple of seconds. So now in this third set, you know pretty well it's going to be all hands on deck for both the teams. So a chance for some of these star players to come out and shine here. It's been like the first set was all Royals, the second set all Sonics, and we've seen this scenario sort of break out, and then all of a sudden the team that's the higher seed here in these championships have had their way here in this third set, where the other teams run out of gas or the underdogs run out of gas. We've seen it, but we'll see if here this is a competitive third set, because the third sets that we've had here on court 3 all weekend long, starting with the play yesterday and so far today, the third set has been pretty well a runaway. The team that gets pretty well the first serve goes on a big run here, sometimes scoring like 5 or 6, and that's a big hill to climb. So this is really important here for the team that will be defending here to really score the point and get the serve to here in this third set. So you don't really want the team that, of course, has won the coin toss and elected to serve to go on a run, and that's the case in point. The Sonics have won the toss, and they won the toss there in the second set, so see what's up for grabs here. Set number 3. This cannon sets underway. Kennedy, McLeod trying to find a hole, and they can't get the return. And this is what I was talking about here for the Royals. They really pretty much needed to put a stop to that and make sure that they don't go for a long run at the service line. They scored a point, take a 1-0 lead, and now they have a chance to get a service ace from Kennedy to go up by 2. Is it in the cards? Yes, sir, indeed. This cannon sits. Can't handle it. Called for hitting error. 2-0 the score. And now for the Sonics, it's like what I was talking about for the Royals. They pretty well need to make sure they stop this run here by the Royals. There's the set. Miller over the wall. McLeod trying to find a hole and does to score the point. McLeod having a little bit of a smile on that one, and she earned that one. A nice, smart play. McLeod, you can see the little things different here. A little bit of a different lineup. And the Sonics seem to be disarray. It's now 4-0, and this is what the teams have got to stay away from, is getting away this big runs here by teams to start. Now the Sonics must come up with a stop, and they must do this like right now. There's the first touch by Richard. Gauthier. Miller will hit it over, and diving, trying to keep it alive, was Kennedy, and she put it in towards the net. Royals still had a chance to get it over, but just not enough lift there in the ball to get anything generated in terms of a second pass. And now it's a big stop there by the Sonics. As Gauthier serving here, her team down by 3. Florts. McLeod off the fingertips, scores. You can see the team dynamic a little bit different here for the Royals when they have her. Couple of kills in this one. Had a very good first set back in the game here in the third. In this decisive set. Florence ball is up. Handcuff refuse. And Gibbs difficulty after that first pass. Hits it into the wall, makes it 6-1. Florence serving now. Float serve, trying to find the hole. This cannon sits. Saw it, read it, but unable to generate a good first pass as it goes into the wall. Makes it 7-1. Sonics 2 calling timeout. A 7-1 lead. Couldn't ask for a better set right now if you're a Capers Royals fan watching up in Cape Breton, of course. We've seen teams go to the service line and stay there and probably rack up points, sometimes 2, 3, 5, 6. They did their job. They needed a stop and they got it. And they ended up going on a hot streak themselves. And so far the Sonics haven't been able to continue their hot play they had in the second side over here to the third. And a lot of that has to do with number 6, McLeod. She's had a very good third set, very good first one as well. In a league, in an age group where you don't see a lot of kills here at this age group, doing a fantastic job, has about 2 or 3 on the board already. As Florence goes back to serve once again and tickles the tape. Sonics try to react, get there quickly. It's sent over. Oh, we praise this McLeod a lot, and that time she got a little bit handcuffed too tight towards the net, ran out of real estate to make a play on it. A much needed point there for the Sonics, makes it 7-2. Malaire hoping for a service ace. Diving, keep it alive as Kennedy, she just gets it over. It's returned here by the Sonics. Free ball up for grabs here by the Sonics. There's the first pass from Malaire. Gibbs, chance to finish. And a net violation called against the Royals. Scores the point there for the Sonics. 7-3. This is what the Sonics need to climb back in. Get points from the service line, and that won't help. Makes it 8-3. Technical timeout. The teams will switch ends here at the Canada Game Center. In the words of Bon Jovi, oh, we're halfway there, we're living on a prayer. This one coming down to a nitty-gritty third set, and right now the Royals have one hand there on a victory. You could say, of course, if there's a trophy for winning a game, of course, everything is just the big provincial championship, the one big trophy you get at the end. But they're halfway to the victory line. The finish line, whatever you want to call it, they're halfway there. And they could sense victory. Up by 5. McLeod serve on its way. There's the first touch. Gauthier. Gibbs. Big swing. That's bumped over there by Beaton. She was pretty good the first set. Gibbs. Richard trying to push it over. Using her left hand, unsuccessful. Once again, they go to the middle. Iskad, it sits. Once again, a hitting error, difficulty. 10-3, 5 away from putting a nail in the coffin of this one. The Capers Royals out of Cape Breton against the Sonics out of Sackville. Once again, Gibbs, flat-footed, no man's land. Didn't know if she had time to back up. It was coming right at her, and you had to react quick, and it didn't materialize. McLeod starting to rack up the points here from the service line. A fantastic game for her, for sure. Gibbs. Iskad, it sits. Richard trying to find a hole. Florence digs it out there for the Royals. And another dig there by Gauthier. And they find the hole to score the point, the Sonics do. Forget about transition and trying to go for the attack. Just put it over, find a hole. That's what the Sonics did. Ray Fuse with an underhand, and difficulty as she ends up putting it into the net. 12-4. Hart, who's been pretty good here for the Royals, and Richard, a miss hit there. 13-4. Another one from Hart on its way. There's Richard with the first touch, a better one. Gauthier is it sits. And it's going to be the block. Kennedy and Sonics will call timeout. 1 point away from losing this one. Call their second timeout, so it's set match point when we return to play. 14-4. And I know for the Sonics, after a really good second set, this is a little disheartening. And it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. It's, well, I don't want to use the word impossible and the word of sport, but it will be a tough task, even if they could just find their way to get almost like back into this. It is a 10-point deficit. That is really tough. And I said this is what happens. Like the teams that one of the stronger seeds just seem to find a way to, in the third set, come away. Richard here trying to keep it alive here and keep the hopes alive here for the Sonics. It's sent over. Back, Molaire, first touch. Going back the other way, and that's how this one will end. As Gauthier not there in time. So the Capers Royals will win this third set. 15-4. It was 15-12 the first set and 11-25 the second there for the Sonics. And 15-4 the third. Teams are shaking hands, so. But definitely something there for the Royals to build on for their next one, as they had probably a second set that probably wasn't the best here in the championships for them, but the third set, boy, that was cooking with gas, and a couple of players going into the crowd to talk to their folks after this game. So the Capers Royals win this 2-1. So for the entire Bell 5 TV1 crew, my name is Dan Haas, and thank you for tuning in. You've been watching the Volleyball Provincial Championships under 14s from the Canada Game Centre here in Halifax. So long, folks.